Hey, it's Neil from Growlies. Today I wanted to talk about what is a facultative carnivore, as opposed to people who think that dogs are omnivores. And so let's just quickly cover that topic. Before I do that though, real quickly, head on over to talks.growlies.ca. That's TALKS .growlies, GROWLIES.ca, and check out a series of interviews that are pre-recorded for you to watch at your leisure. They are free, and I hope you enjoy them. Okay, so facultative carnivore, omnivore. So there is, so let's start with cats. Cats are what are called obligate carnivores, and that includes lions and pumas and kitty cats. And so your little household kitty cat is a cat, and they are an obligate carnivore. That means that their guts, their digestive tract, is in no way acclimated or evolved to handle carbohydrate, where dogs are considered facultative carnivores. They're not actually omnivores. Anybody who tells you they're an omnivore has an economic reason to call a dog an omnivore, usually because they are selling carbohydrate-rich diets which are actually inappropriate for a facultative carnivore. And how do we know they're not omnivores? Because you're going to tell me there's a study that showed that they're omnivores. I can tell you how they're not omnivores. Clearly, that study was flawed. The study, if you're referring to the same one that I looked up, was actually all about done on pigs by somebody who studies pigs. And then they use that data to talk about dogs and amylase. Amylase being the digestive enzyme that the pancreas makes in order to digest carbohydrate. And so some dogs have varying amounts of amylase. Some dogs make a small amount and some dogs make a little more. So your dog may be lucky enough to have a pancreas that makes a little more amylase. But you know how you know they're not an omnivore and that they're actually something in between an omnivore, human or a pig, where we can eat everything, or an obligate carnivore where they have no amylase at all and can't digest carbohydrate, and actually it gets in the way of proper digestion. And so how do we know that they're not an omnivore like humans and pigs? Feed them a carrot. Give them a carrot. It'll come out in chunks, completely undigested, because they have no ability to break down the cellulose using cellulase. So when they talk about omnivores, they always talk about amylase, and they have a little amylase, and they can deal with some carbohydrate. The carbohydrate they're supposed to deal with are seasonal fruits. When things are sweet and yummy and delicious, and they are all these extra calories that are available, that amylase comes into play for our dogs. What it doesn't happen though is they have no ability to break down cellulose. They have no ability to break down, they have no cellulase. So you feed them a carrot, they poop out a carrot. Dogs, cats, can't eat those things. They are nothing but fiber to them. Whereas if you give it to a human or a pig, and they will digest those, they will take care of them without issue. And that shows that that's what an omnivore is, and whereas a facultative carnivore might eat those things, but can't use those things. And so don't make their diet a diet designed for an omnivore, while they're not omnivores. They're facultative carnivores, which means non-obligate carnivores. They will eat anything to stave off starvation, but they need meat, fat, bone, and organ in order to be healthy and thriving. So I guess I've hammered that point to, till it's dull. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you guys watching, and check out Growlies Talks at talks.growlies.ca. Cheers all.